It has been a long time since I've filmed and stuff, and I'm gonna change that starting today. What we're gonna do is we have this battery rack that has been welded on, so we are going to go ahead and see if we can't wire the rest of the solar system and get electricity in this van once and for all. I'm kind of excited because it's been a while and I'm ready to get back in the game, boys. Sorry again for the lag. I wish that I could have had it filmed, but it was at a random shop and I couldn't really get it done. We'll just have to go from here. We have everything all pretty good. I'll show you what it looks like and then we can go ahead and start and get into it. The way how they have it is actually pretty neat. They have these little tabs, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on the other side. So the idea is that we're gonna undo 2 of these, and then it's gonna go down like a ramp after undoing the other 3. We can wire it all up, and then we should be able to run the wires from the engine bay. After we run the wires from the engine bay, everything should line up perfectly, and then we can have a full solar system and have everything attached, and everything should work. And then we will have electricity in this van, and then we can probably hook up one last outlet and the fridge. So I am looking forward to that, because that means that everything will start to kind of get cooking. I'm really happy how that is. I'll show you how the rest of the van looks, because everything's really different. Alrighty, so in here we have this. We have our nice table right on in here. This table, I elected to do a chalkboard spray paint over it, and then I did a clear coat over that. I also used a high heat, so that was like I think it resists from 2,000 to 5,000 degrees Fahrenheit from AutoZone. It was pretty expensive, but I figured that if I set like a pan on it, it won't warp the paint and everything will be pretty good. We have those 2 mounts right there along with the poles, so that just slips in on the other side, and that'll be all lined up for that side. Also, these benches are fully in, and the mattresses and everything is dropped off at the upholstery shop. We have our shelf right there, our fridge, our center console, or our toilet. We have this little thing, which is gonna be a little charger station. We have those outlets in there, and then we have like something nice little touch, and then we have a full surround sound system in the van. So now that I've updated you guys on what everything looks like and stuff, we are gonna be going over here and we're gonna go ahead and attack this. The idea is that we're gonna use this jack to put it under the one side, and then that should make everything a lot easier, and then we won't have to stress ourselves. If you wanted to take down the entire thing, like I said, you can. It's just a matter of getting a second person to help you out, but because I have this, everything should be pretty simple. Just undo those last 2, because I already undid the 1, and we should be able to go from there. The jack is now on. We have our size 14 right in here, so we're just gonna go ahead and loosen these other ones. Also, I don't know if you guys know this, but there's this little rubber thing inside which helps it be anti-vibration, which those are really good because when they're anti-vibration, they won't vibrate when you drive down the road and stuff, so that's really good. I tested it today. It worked out pretty good. I drove all the way down to San Diego and back up in the van, and everything was pretty solid, nothing rattled and stuff, so I'm pretty excited. Everything is really secure and solid all throughout the van. So without further ado, let's get back into this. Kind of pulled out to the same point, so that'll drop down in a second, but we're gonna go ahead and loosen this, and the battery rack should just go at an angle. And then everything just slides on down. That's how it was basically meant to be built. That way everything works out pretty good and you can wire it all. And this way, this is meant to be like a maintenance hatch. Obviously, we're not gonna be doing this every other day. This is like a very once in a lifetime thing, which is why it's kind of like this. I'm actually gonna go ahead and blow some holes through that eventually, so then we can put a lock on that. We have our wires right there, so those are all gonna wire to these 4 batteries. I also got these really cool connectors. So the idea behind these is that they're just right on there. You just screw in your 2 cables, and then this just clamps right onto those terminals. We're gonna go ahead and wire everything in parallel, so it should be from connector to connector, connector to connector for all the positives, and connector to connector, connector to connector for all the negatives. So with all of those, then everything should be good, and we'll also run a separate cable to the alternator, so that'll all charge that as well once the battery is fully charged up there. That way everything is being charged from 2 different ways, 1 from the solar system, but 2 from the alternator. Alrighty, so now we have all of those little quick attachment things on. The nice thing about this is it has its little nice thing, and just snap, and it's off. So that'll make it really easy for attaching. You just kind of sink it down, all in. So we're gonna go ahead and do the same thing for the positive side on the other side, which again is on the inner side. So once we connect all of those, we should have power in the van and everything should be good to go. As you guys can tell in here, that light is on, and that light is on right there. So it shows us all of our stuff. It looks like we're getting nothing right now from the solar panels, which is obvious because it's night. We got 12.7 volts. We got 12.7 volts, and we're drawing currently 0.1 amp. Alrighty, now that we have figured out all of that inside, I actually didn't do like half the stuff I said. I was able to wire the fridge, so that was good. Also realized that the load controller on there, it doesn't have an inverter attached to it, so that means I have to go ahead and order one of the power inverters from a DC to AC converter. That way I can be able to hook up those outlets. So I'm gonna go do that, and then I also have to load all of these batteries back up into the tray. So I'm gonna go ahead and load these batteries back into the tray. It's about 1:20 in the morning, so. Okay guys, so that is all in. Everything is mounted, everything is working, the fridge is on, everything is amazing, so I'm happy with that. So we didn't have time to hook up the alternator and stuff, but I mean, it is what it is. We got a lot of stuff done today. I'm really happy. It's currently 3:30 in the morning and we've gotten a lot done. Alrighty guys, with nothing left to say guys, guess it's time to end it.